Okie doke.
Well, hello everyone.
What is up? We just finished up an awesome day out at Apex.
Always a great time out here, especially when we got some beautiful DRZs.
Gorgeous DRZs, one could say. We got the new DRZ4SM and then the old trusty old school DRZ. And we really wanted to see how similar they were, what was different about them, and what our thoughts were.
Yeah, and so far we've come to the conclusion that the new DRZ4SM is almost the same thing as the old one. They have the same good, same bad, and they're just a DRZ that's fuel injected now.
Yeah, if you're used to the old DRZ, it feels very comfortable hopping right on. I will say after riding mine and then jumping on this one back to back, the new one does feel a little bit taller in the saddle. The motor's also way torquier down low. It gets off the bottom really nice and smooth. My DRZ has a little bit of engine work done. It does have a 440 and a different carb in it with a full exhaust. And even with all that, it barely pulls this one down the straight. So Suzuki did a really, really good job with their fuel injection, and the fueling off the bottom I thought was super, super smooth. Mid corner you can roll on, and it's really tame. That being said, I don't know if it needs all the electronics that Suzuki threw at it.
It's a little much.
The
Honestly, it is a little much for a Supermoto, a 400 Supermoto at that.
the many levels of traction control with 38 horsepower, if you're on sticky tires, don't really seem necessary to me. I think we've been running traction turned off or set as low as possible, and I haven't felt it intervene at all.
Not once.
The ABS on this thing is kind of annoying, which is just a thing now because a lot of regulations dictate it has to reset with the key cycles. So like all the Euro 5 bikes, it does reset with the key cycles, and you do have to turn the rear off every time you turn the key on if you want the rear ABS off. You also cannot disable the front ABS, which is a bit of a bummer because no stoppies is just un-American.
I would have to agree with that. The whole not being able to do stoppies thing is kind of a nuisance. But it is what it is, and that's kind of how more modern bikes are becoming every day.
And you're one fuse away from all the stoppies you want. So not that big of a deal, and luckily Suzuki did make it relatively easy to disable those systems if you're not looking for it.
And so for as far as handling characteristics go, I personally feel as if the new suspension is better. There's still, a lot to be asked for, as always with stock bikes, but in my opinion, I think it feels pretty good overall for a stock bike.
Parker thought it felt stiffer and smoother in its stroke. I kind of felt like it's the same as the old DRZ, where it's just too soft and wallows everywhere. But we also ride really differently. I ride much more knee out, upper body off, and Parker rides much more neutral, flat track Supermoto.
Yes.
And for me, both bikes, when you jump off going into a corner, you just feel the whole thing compress and kind of bounce back. And it's not the best feeling. But the old DRZ does it a little bit more. The new DRZ, even with all the valving and preload stiffened up as much as we can, and the new DRZ does it a little bit less. So great job, Suzuki.
Yeah, step up there.
My other complaint about DRZs is always just in a corner. They don't track the smoothest. You're kind of always correcting your line just a little bit from too tight to too wide to too tight to too wide. And that's true with the new DRZ too. So great consistency, Suzuki. Yeah.
Overall, I really like it. What's the price tag on these things?
I think they're right around 10 grand.
I mean, for the price, you can't beat.
Yeah, they're a little less than the Huskies. They're a little more than like the KLX 300s and WR250s, but
which I would highly recommend.
Yeah, I was gonna say to us, this isn't really in the same category because we've ridden a few of those bikes and
they feel
really down on power. The chassis don't feel great. This thing, the chassis feels amazing. It feels like it was built with good parts. There's definitely a couple things I'd change on it, but overall, super fun bike, and you can literally buy one off the showroom floor, come out to the kart track, and have an awesome time out here.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't get much better than just a good old factory Supermoto you can buy and go out to the track and have as much fun as you want on. There's no beating it.
Any day you're out with these two beautiful bikes is never a bad day.
And if you don't got the funds for a new one, pick up an older one. They're just as good. The biggest thing is you got to remember it's carbureted. So if you let it sit for too long, you're going to have problems with that, where you're not going to have so many problems with the new fuel.
You're going to have to ride your motorcycle.
Yes.
So you can tell all your friends, I'm sorry, I'm not allowed to let my bike sit. I can't hang out with you today. I have to go ride my bike.
Yeah, which, in my opinion,
that might be an endorsement for the old one, actually.
Might be the reason to get the old one, honestly. But yeah, overall, no complaints about it other than the typical DRZ complaints, but nothing that is out there where it's like, no, don't go buy this bike all day long. They
Yeah.
are a great motorcycle.
Yeah, yeah. Headlights super cool. I love the new body work. I like the black forks. Black wheels are sweet.
Yeah.
It's just overall a really cool bike. I'm sure that exhaust is pretty heavy too, so I'm sure with
Yeah, it definitely needs an
a little
exhaust on it.
full system on there,
It sounds like a stock bike.
it doesn't make your tingly bits tingly, if you know what I mean. But no, awesome bike. Thanks you to SoCal Supermoto for letting us come out and spin a few laps on it.
And
Thank you to
Prez
Suzuki
Suzuki for giving SoCal the bike to ride and them letting us use it because otherwise we wouldn't be doing this video right now.
and
So
Suzuki for building the bike because we
yeah,
haven't had any DRZ stuff to talk about for about 25 years.
yeah,
So
it's been the same.
if you knew what the old DRZ was, you're gonna be real happy with the new one. And yeah, I think that's about all we can say about it.
Yeah, awesome bike. We got some good footage of it. We'll post some footage up of it and let you guys see what you think. And
Yeah,
we'd love to hear your opinions of the new DRZ4SM in the comments below.
yeah. Let us know what you think of the bodywork, what you think of the new headlight, what you would change immediately on it. Um, yeah, just let us know.
And if you like the content and you want to see more of our DRZ Versus series, we're gonna have some more stuff coming up. Like and subscribe and hit that bell.
Yeah, we did realize we have a bunch of bikes to compare this about, and in our opinion, this DRZ is kind of the ultimate Swiss Army bike. You can do just absolutely everything on it, and I found it to be the most versatile bike I've ever owned, from dirt to street to trails. It's not going to be the best motocross bike or best race bike, but it's pretty unlimited the amount of things you
Yeah,
can do with the
and
DRZ.
our buddy Tyler has an older DRZ like Max's, and he was doing a race series
Yeah,
with
he
it.
built it as a full race bike. It was
It was
competitive.
competitive.
It just required spending a lot of money on a DRZ, which some people would argue maybe wasn't necessary,
Yeah,
especially with all the new modern 450s that you can go grab used for 3 to 4 grand and slap some 17s on, and they're going to be much faster than a DRZ is, just because they have a lot less weight and a lot more horsepower. But you're probably going to be rebuilding your motor a little more frequently as well. These things have
yes,
been really reliable. I've absolutely punished the white one over here at Chuckwalla at Streets of Willow. And so far, it's been a really solid engine, and we expect the same out of the new one.
yeah,
I guess we should say thank you to Apex Motorsports Park for letting us come out and do
yes.
this. If you're in anywhere in Southern California and you haven't been out to Apex Racing Center
Come check it out.
or
It's a great
Motorsports
track.
Park, I actually don't know. Are we Apex Racing Center or Apex Motorsports Park? I should probably know that working here. But we're one of the two. Just Google Apex Kart Track, you'll find it.
Yeah, for
We're
sure.
out in
And then
Paris, California.
we also do have a dirt section. We're not doing the dirt section right now, especially not with the press bike because that was number one rule is
Yeah,
don't drop the
we were told
motorcycle.
we were not allowed to drop it.
So we
So
will probably have some dirt section stuff later on with some other bikes, but just not today with this particular one because we didn't want to break it.
and if you're looking for a dirt section, come on out to Apex. We got a badass one. Sweet. I think that's about a wrap on the DRZs.